Hey everyone, this is a video about 3 books that I've highly enjoyed and that I'd recommend. In the later minutes I talk about those and go into more specifics of what they actually are. I hope you really enjoy because these books have done me so well and they continue to do me well. And I'll share more as I read more, and I have quite a few books that I look forward to sharing with all of you. So leave a like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think, and enjoy the video. Hey everybody, so if you haven't seen my YouTube short, I actually recommended 2 different books. So I'm going to put them on my main channel here. There are books that have actually helped me see the world quite a bit differently in such a positive light, and I'd love to share them with you. So the first book that I've recently gotten is called The Power of Awareness. It's written by Neville, and it is with the red strip at the bottom, Tarcher Cornerstone Editions. What this book essentially is all about is called the Law of Assumption. And the Law of Assumption is using your imagination, which is one of your mental faculties that we all have. Everything around us is created through imagination. Everything. There's nothing that someone didn't think of in their mind that they made. And this book is using the law of assumption. And the law of assumption essentially is when you're going to that place in your imagination, you're assuming that it is already reality. And since you're assuming that it's already reality, you assume that it's happening now. And you assume that it's already real. One quote that's in this book that I really do enjoy is, "Creation is finished. Everything already exists." Which it does. That is very true. Everything already exists. So if it already exists, you're creating it in your mind. All you have to do is act like it. And that's the law of assumption. You act like what you envision, that it's already done, that it's already taking place right now. And that is what you eventually become. It takes repetition, making that decision every day to be that person, because you are that person, and eventually you become that person. And essentially the book hinges on the law of assumption in many different ways, and it talks about so many different things, quotes from the Bible. I'm not a religious person. I do believe that there's something out there, but he breaks down why they say what they say in the Bible and what they mean about truly humanity and who we are. Very good book. The second book that I recommended was called Sapiens. This book essentially takes you from the beginning of time, when Homo sapiens were first introduced to the earth, all the way till now. It goes through all of the different agricultural, the industrial, every different revolution that happened. It takes you through the creation of money, religion, empires, everything you could possibly imagine, languages, culture. This book it's not short. It's about 460 pages, but you can listen to, you can buy the audiobook, but it is absolutely amazing because it changes the way you think and see the world, because you're actually seeing from the very beginning of time how everything around us is constructed, how everything is what we make it, and it's not real. One example of that, I would say, would be everything is our imagination. A building and a company, everything is what we created, and everyone decides once, okay, I've named this company this thing. Everyone's now deciding to believe in that imagination. Because if you were to get rid of that name and you were to get rid of all of the people in there, there's no such thing as a company. It's just a name on a building, and there's just a bunch of stuff. Everyone is pitching in and believing in that same thing to create a company that's in their imagination. There is no company. It's just a building with people that are agreeing to believe in the same thing. It's crazy. There's so much stuff in that book that is amazing. And the third book is called The Last Lecture by Posh. This is, so I'm just going to digress. I'm just going to break away for a little bit, but essentially through the course and in general, how you learn is through repetition. Repeating things over and over. It seems very illogical because we're not taught that way. You learn one thing one time and you forget about it. But as you continue to go over something over and over and over, just like someone that's a professional athlete, they do something so many times and then eventually they're amazing at it because they do it differently and better every time. The more you do it, the more you understand it more. And through these books, obviously Sapien is a different one. It's a little more of a knowledge one, understanding, but these types of books you can reread over and over, especially this one, because this one has 2 to 3, maybe 5-page chapters, and you essentially just read the same thing over and over and over, and you can read this book as many times as you like, hundreds of times, and you'll get something different from it every single time. And as you continue to do that, it'll start to become a part of you because it'll be in that subconscious. Back to the last lecture. Essentially what this book is a man who is diagnosed, I believe it's cancer, and he's a professor at Carnegie Mellon University or something like that in the States. And essentially when you part from being a professor, they give their last lecture, so to speak, and pass all their knowledge on to the students and people that are there to watch. And this is what he did. As he was dying, he was watching, he was making this lecture. And it is about his whole life and how he talks about follow your dreams, and your dreams are never too big. The things that his childhood dreams, follow your childhood dreams because they come true. And that's exactly what he did. He wrote down and achieved all of his childhood dreams. And that's relates so much to myself as well, because acting was something that was my childhood dream, and that was something that I truly resonated with. And pushing that away was completely pushing myself away. And seeing that dream and knowing that that's my dream and that's what I'm doing and that's what I love, it brings me comfort. It brings and makes me whole inside. So these 3 books, Power of Awareness by Neville, Randy Pausch, the last lecture, and Yuval Noah Harari, and Sapiens. Those 3 books I would highly recommend. And the Power of Awareness is one to really expand yourself, to expand your awareness of who you are, what you're capable of. So give those a try. I would definitely recommend all 3 of these. Very good reads. Fairly quick for the 2 smaller ones. The Sapiens is something you can sit on, and it takes a little bit to read too. I hope you enjoy. Those are 3 books that I really enjoyed. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment, leave a like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.